You're now listening to the God's Honest Truth podcast with your host, T. Feezy and Bonita T, broadcasting around the world. Giving you the unfiltered truth and nothing but the truth. So help us God. Every Tuesday and Friday.
What episode is this?
We're on episodio número 2. Why a long pause?
How was your week?
Oh Lord, challenging to say the least. But I got something. I have to rant for a minute because let me tell you. I don't know if we're getting another stimulus check, but I know it better be some extra funds on my taxes because if you have a child that is e-learning, let me tell you, you got to be everything. You got to be...
What is e-learning?
What they learning from home.
Emotional handicap?
No. It's electronic learning from home. So, yeah, like I was saying, you got to be everything. You got to be mom. You got to be the principal. You got to be the teacher. You got to be the school nurse. You got to be the PE teacher. You got to be the, what you call the food people?
The
lunch lady. You got to be the lunch lady. You got to be the janitors. You got to be all that. And when you got kids that is on 2 different learning levels, it's a challenge. All I've been hearing all week is mommy.
Let's speak about lunch ladies for a minute.
I don't think they get enough recognition. Shout out to all the lunch ladies.
No.
Yes.
Why do
they feed our children?
Why do all lunch ladies look the same?
What do you mean?
They are very portly, most of them, and they have jerry curls.
Well, I don't know. I guess. I don't know. I haven't noticed. But shout out to all the lunch ladies around the world. Shout out to everybody that's in the school system.
I've been through many schools.
Right now.
I've been to many schools.
And they all look the same?
And there always was one that had a jerry curl.
Well, I guess that go along with the, the memes that go around that say starter pack. There's one for a starter pack for bus drivers. Starter pack for...
What is a starter pack for a bus driver?
They had...
Big butts?
Okay. You finna have all the bus drivers coming for you now. I don't know. It was a meme. I don't remember what it was on there, but I do remember it was like a gold tooth.
Getting on a bus with Popeye's chicken?
Getting on the bus with Popeye's chicken?
They always eating.
I don't know. I ain't never seen none of my bus drivers eating, but anyway, shout out to the bus drivers, everybody who's in the school system right now, from the bus drivers to the janitors to the lunch people, teachers, everybody who has to be at school right now with everything going on. But let me finish my rant because it's a challenge, especially because I work from home. I do my full-time job, and I feel like I'm blessed that I can be at home and still, work and still have my kids home. But everybody ain't, haven't been fortunate enough to do that. But I have. But let me tell you, it's not a piece of cake. It's not. And I just been going through it. So I need some extra funds. Whoever's listening, whoever is in control of that, I need some extra funds on my taxes next year. I need a teacher cut or something because it's rough. It's rough. Shout out to all the parents who is teaching their kids at home. And to the ones who have to send their kids to school because, everybody, like I said, everybody haven't been fortunate enough. People have to go back to work and people have to make a living. So don't let nobody make you feel bad for a decision.
All right. Enough about the single mothers.
Don't be interrupting me like that.
Okay. Let's get on. Oh, I want to address the audio for the last show.
Yeah.
It should be fixed this show, hopefully. Last show was terrible. I want to apologize.
Partly my fault. I didn't know that audio picked up on a lot of noises, and I had turned the fan on because your girl was hot, and I don't like to be hot, so I turned the fan on, and it picked up in the audio. So hopefully we're getting better. Just bear with us, y'all, because it's gonna only go up from here.
All right.
So you ready to get into this entertainment news?
All right.
I got some real juicy hot topics. I got some tea that's been spilled. So first up is Mr. Master P back in the news. But well, I guess it's surrounding, what he's been in the news for lately. He was going back and forth with Monica, what we mentioned last time. But this time we have some new details that has come out. So apparently a family member of Master P and C Murder has come out. Well, she took to her Instagram and she's come out with some very interesting accusations and posts about Master P. So I just want to quickly just run down what she basically said. So she said, F Master P, Percy Miller, and any other bandwagon hoppers, and that's straight from the Miller family. Where the F have you been while we were selling socks and making petitions to support Corey because you wanted nothing to do with him? My mama been back and forth for years, making calls, sending money, and going on visits. Y'all waited for the media attention to take care family. Family don't rock like that. You was gonna let him rock. So then she said, it's just funny how the media gets a hold of Corey's name and situation, and now you got your gorilla chest poked out about your brother. Your daddy, Percy Sr., needed surgery on his eye, on his right eye. Now can't afford it, and he's catching the bus suffering. She said, at Master P, P.S. you lied on the No Limit Chronicles. You didn't walk Big Daddy, Big Mama's husband, to the hospital. He caught the ambulance. And then she went on to say, one thing I didn't want to do was slander another black man, but what I can't stand is a effing liar. You are your brother's keeper, and you was going to let him die in jail before you lifted a finger. You the crab that left the bucket for sure, but the people you should have took with you, you left them to die and rot. I'll never respect that at Master P. So yeah, so the family is coming out saying that basically he was not there for the family, and pretty much confirming what C Murder was saying, that he was pretty much left in there to rot. Well, Master P came back with his own statement, and he was basically, he said a lot. You can go to, find it on the internet. I'm not going to read through the whole thing. But basically, he was saying his family was using him as an ATM, and they never really showed him no real love. And, once he had money, everybody was coming to him for support of their habits and bad habits, and he just cut everybody off at a certain point. So that's why his family is mad, and now they're coming out and saying all this. So what you think?
Wow.
Yeah.
It all comes out.
But my thing is, why
why now?
That's what I was gonna say. Why now? And why, like, phones don't work no more?
In the era that clout chasing is at an all-time high, you really gotta question a lot of this stuff.
You do.
Like what did she say? What she said, he wasn't there.
Yeah, basically he wasn't there for his father. that he wasn't there for his brother, that, her mom, whoever this family member is, they didn't give details if she's a cousin, a sister. They didn't really say, they just said a family member. So basically she's confirming everything.
Maybe she's like a distant cousin.
Well, she said his mama been going back and forth, so
or a distant relative or something.
I don't think they're too distant, because she said her mother has been going back and forth to jail, and that they were selling socks to, raise money. That's what she said.
Selling socks.
Yeah, it was a picture of the socks. I mean,
who's buying?
I never seen no advertisement for no socks.
Socks for sale.
Hey, whatever gets the job done, I guess. But that ain't even the most shocking. That's not even the most shocking thing that has come out about Master P in the news. So recently, if anybody remembers Soulja Slim, he's a New Orleans rapper who was murdered. I don't know what year he was murdered in, but he was murdered. Well, his sister took to Facebook, and she had some very, very interesting and serious allegations against Master P. And basically she was saying that everything he said, everything he does, his documentary, everything was a lie. Like he doesn't, he's not there for his family. He wasn't there for his brother. And one of the reasons he wasn't there for Corey, or really wanting Corey to get out of prison, is because the streets got more respect for Corey than they do for Master P. She even brought out how P can't even walk in his own projects where he grew up. He can't even walk through there because nobody respects him. She made some really serious accusations, because she said that she's basically telling him, ask the people who you had murdered. So she's accusing him of murdering people and having people's houses burned down, and that's why, New Orleans don't respect him anymore. And all this is alleged. This is coming from Peaches, who is Soulja Slim's sister. And the most shocking accusation she made, she said in the live video, she said that Master P had something to do, he had his hand in Soulja Slim's murder. He had a hand in the hit on him. So that's shocking.
I'm hearing a lot of things about from people from New Orleans and people from, I think, what was the Calio Projects?
Yeah.
Where they from?
Mm-hmm.
Saying that P wasn't very respected. One, because he left for Richmond, California. Mm-hmm. He left New Orleans, and he basically started his, the first part of No Limit in Richmond, then came back to New Orleans. And now that I think about it, and now I can see how, because Cash Money had a little friction with Master P too.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
It's really coming to light now. It doesn't look good for P right now.
I mean, you got to think about it though. Why you got to think about both sides. Why is all these people coming out now? Why didn't nobody ever say nothing before? Maybe they did, and maybe it just didn't get, the attention that it was supposed to get. I don't know. I've never heard any of these accusations until now. But
the accusations are coming fast.
Yeah, they're coming out. They're coming out fast and strong. Like serious stuff.
Turk from the Hot Boys just even came out and said P stole a lot of stuff from them.
Wow.
Some of y'all may remember the movie Hot Boys. And Cash Money had a group, the Hot Boys, and Turk basically said P just stole that and made a movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she even said, the sister of Soulja Slim, she said he didn't bring any of them artists over. What was the producer name?
KLC Beats by the Pound.
Yeah, KLC. Say KLC brought all the artists over, and Master P never gave him the recognition for that. So I don't know. She made some pretty strong. I mean, about the family, you can only speculate.
Beats
on
by
that.
the Pound left left P early too. They left, and they was a few members of Beats by the Pound was P cousins. They were cousins
Well,
of him.
she brought that out too. She said, "Look at everybody who was on the record label. No, people can barely feed their kids. Like they went from being on top to not even being able to feed their kids. So whenever you move or you have people that was making you millions and millions of dollars to now they're in a position where they can't feed their kids, you gotta question what happened. Was it bad business on their end?
And I don't know how true it is, but she's saying that KLC owns all of No Limit Music.
Well, she said Universal took everything, so I don't know.
She also said KLC owns it, or
yeah, she said basically, in that Universal he filed bankruptcy, and that's why he's selling noodles, and I didn't even know that.
Nah,
I'm gonna have to check.
Filing bankruptcy is different for people with millions of dollars. It's not. Yeah. That's not. They can have millions, but that's really like a way out of them.
That's what I told somebody because somebody tried to say.
That doesn't mean he's broke.
Yeah, I tried to explain that to somebody because somebody brought up why Trump filed bankruptcy. He really ain't got no money. I said, okay.
No.
Rich people file bankruptcy for a way different reason than the common folk.
That's just the way out of them getting out of that debt.
Mm-hmm.
But their personal accounts. Now, if you go to their personal accounts, okay, that's just he's never. Peace still has millions of dollars.
Probably does.
Probably.
I don't know. I ain't seen his bank accounts. So I can only speculate on everything. Because like I said, and this is why you can't put these celebrities on a pedestal. Because they give you what they want to give you. They show you what they want to show you. So I always been like that. Never put nobody on a pedestal and say what they wouldn't or wouldn't do. Because you don't really, unless you in these people's life 24/7 or you have somebody on the inside that knows directly how these people is, you can't put these people on a pedestal and think they're perfect because they're human and they're not, and you don't really know their true character. Of course they're not gonna get on the screen or get on the meet. Some of them do, but for the most part a lot of them done went through media training and they're taught how to talk and act and everything. So you can't, it's all a show, it's all a production.
Just know this. Everything that comes on the TV is to do one thing. Entertain you. Are you entertained? Okay. That's the only thing you should take from that. Being entertained. Don't expect these people to be anything other than that. As entertainer.
Yep. Well, let's move on. But anyways, in that, whatever the sister said, like I said, she brought out some serious accusations about murder and having people's houses burned down.
Here's the thing. Okay, she said he put out a hit on Soulja Slim.
He better lawyer up. That's all I got to say. Them is some serious accusations.
Okay, she better lawyer up.
Well, yeah.
Because if
she can't prove it,
if there is no validity to those accusations,
right,
she better lawyer up.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, you can't be, like I said, it goes back to that. You can't be out here wildly talking, especially when you get on social media.
Yep.
I mean, that's bad for business.
And you got, it go back to what you said. Why now? Why is all these people coming out the woodworks saying stuff
I don't know how
Why
true,
now?
I don't know how true it is. It's all accusations.
It's all alleged.
But being in the time that, like I said, clout chasing is at an all-time high. And everybody wants to get some heat next to fire. Right now, Master P is on fire with the movie. He's back in the headlines, and everybody wanna get some of that heat. But
try his noodles.
Try the noodles. He's those.
That's good marketing.
Those wraps.
She done gave him free advertisement.
Those wrap chips. Those are his.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
And see, this is how how much people hate on people. See, before we knew those was his chips, they were selling. They were everywhere. But now that he came out and say, "Oh, I was behind the rap snacks," now people got something to say. Oh, it was too much salt.
I didn't know that until today, till like you just said that, but I particularly don't like them because it is very, very salty. Okay, so it's not a lie, but
what's in the other stuff?
Oh, of course, all that stuff, but I just don't like the flavors that he mixed together. I guess they're mixed flavors. I'm not a fan of them.
I particularly think they're delightful.
Well, yeah, you got different taste buds than me. I particularly don't like them. I've tried them.
I particularly like the Migos Dabba Ranch.
Yeah, that's yeah. No, that's not my cup of tea. I don't like them. But yeah, I mean, she gave him free promotion basically because I didn't know he had no noodles. So now kind of
he got more than that.
Kind of make me want to go get some noodles.
He's capitalizing off of all of this. With the whole Black Lives Matter thing, them banning
we're gonna get into that.
Aunt your mama pancakes. Yeah. Now he got peas pancakes and syrup and stuff. Hey,
capitalize off of every moment, like you said.
He's a great businessman. But do we know if these accusations are valid?
No, we don't.
It's all speculation.
Make your own mind. Make your own mind up.
Clout chasing is at an all-time high. Everybody want to be famous.
True. That's why I say you gotta take stuff with a grain of salt today because, like you said,
this is
clout
how
culture.
This is how cuckoo people are. They'll get on Instagram Live and cuss and be cussing and going crazy off and going off on somebody, and they 9 times out of 10 they never even met the person. They just make it up in their head. This is how cuckoo.
I don't personally not like anybody.
Do we even know? Listen, do we even know if that's Soulja Slim's sister?
I mean, that's not hard to verify if that's his sister. I mean, I'm sure if she's not, I'm sure that that would be a dumb move to come out and say she's his sister.
These are the questions people are not asking. Is that his sister?
Well, she said she is. So who knows? Who knows? But it's a clout culture right now. Everybody's trying to get their little 15 minutes, 5 minutes. It ain't even 15 minutes no more. It's 5 minutes. They'll take 5 minutes.
Until there's some hard evidence, P, I'm still riding with you. You was my childhood hero.
I ain't gonna cancel you because, like I said, I ain't a part of that cancel culture.
Cancel culture.
But I'm gonna have one eyebrow raised.
For what?
For sure.
Because somebody said something about it?
I ain't say he was guilty, but I'm going to have an eyebrow raised at him for sure.
P, we rocking with you.
You rocking with him?
We all rocking with you. P, we want to interview you. Let us know your side of the story, P.
Well, yeah. Anyways, let's move on. We spent enough time talking about that. I just hope, the family can come to some type of peace and whatever. But anyways, moving on. So now here's another shocker. We got another big shocker for y'all. If y'all haven't heard, Tim, and I gave him a nickname, and even though it's not a joking matter, I still had to give him a nickname.
Guys.
No. His name is Tim the Hip Man, HIP. The Hip Man Norman. That's his new name. So, according to a family member has come out and said that not only did he have a life insurance policy on his nephew, he had $1 million life insurance policy on his mama.
What?
On his mama. And they believe that she was going to be his next victim. So I guess he couldn't collect on the nephew, so he moved on to his mama. Like, what type of person do you have to be?
Was he finna have his mother gunned down?
I don't know. I don't know what his plan. And that, again, that's alleged because there is no evidence and there's no open investigation about that. But this family member did come out and say he had a life insurance policy, and we all know now what he does when he gets life insurance policies on people. I mean, I think the baby mama better check to see if the son had it. Because if you kill your mama, you'll kill your son. You'll kill anybody.
Yeah, you're murking.
Yeah, you'll kill anybody. So I wanted to know more about him because, like I said, I didn't really keep up with the show. But the family member did say that he was having money issues, that he owed a lot of money to a lot of people. He owed thousands in back child support to his child's mother, Janae. And if you don't know, he owns the Jackson, Mississippi Sweetie Pies. So he owns and runs and operates that Sweetie Pies. And they took a big hit during the pandemic. So apparently he owed a lot of money to a lot of people. So
he owned a few Sweetie Pies.
And he owed Uncle Sam. He owes back taxes. So he's in a lot of debt, which is still no reason to off your nephew and try to off your mama. There is never any reason for that. But that made me kind of want to know a little bit about him. Like, what's his past? What is his story? So I found out that at the age of 17, he was convicted of armed robbery. And he spent 10 years in prison. 10 years. He got 10 years. And when he was released, he vowed to do something different and better with his life.
He was convicted of armed robbery?
Yeah.
Could you imagine him walking up to you with a gun?
No, can you imagine him with them hips in prison? Like, I know he had to have around the clock security because them hips is something serious.
Something to grab onto.
Oh.
He was a delight in prison.
Oh yeah, they was happy when they seen him come in, and he was young, fresh meat.
Oh
yeah, they had a field day with him. Well, anyways, in 2018, he was arrested again because he was accused of punching an ex-employee in the face.
Oh
so a former chef of the restaurant that goes by the name of Horace Hodges said that he was discussing his paycheck with Tim when Tim hit him with the 1-2 to the left eye. So he punched the guy in the eye. Crazy. And then in 2018 also, his ex, Jennifer Williams, she filed a permanent restraining order against him because she claimed that he was stalking and harassing her. And she even took to her Twitter with receipts. And not only did her receipts include proof, but she also had receipts from another woman who claimed he was doing the same thing to her. So he has a history of violence, and he has a history of doing anything for money. So it's kind of not a surprise. And did you know that he has a tattoo in the middle of his chest of the all-seeing eye, the symbol that's on the dollar? Okay. Right in the middle of his chest. So, I mean, it just shows he loves money. He loves it to the point where he'll kill you for it.
Including his mom.
That's
Was
it.
he really going to kill his mother for $1 million?
Well, nobody really knows because he didn't get that far.
Now,
but why would you have $1 million life insurance policy on your mom?
Now, $10 million.
What? You killed my mama. You going down.
$10 million.
Y'all
don't
don't listen to him. Ain't no amount of money worth killing nobody. None.
Hey.
Zeros. You know when you kill somebody that remains with you forever? Like they say it haunts you?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, it does. They said it haunts you. So, I don't know. Maybe the man went mad because, you know, he did a lot of stuff after he had his nephew killed. But, you know, we can only just...
Who's the stripper that was arrested with him?
I don't know, but...
Have you seen her?
I seen pictures of her.
What strip club is she stripping at?
I don't know. And why would she put her freedom and all that on the line for $9,000? He was only he only paid her $9,000 to do that. Like, really? $9,000 to kill somebody?
She looked like she got that.
Okay, we're not gonna talk about the lady health
That
issues.
sop.
So you really think you can look at people and
Sop.
tell? Okay.
Stink.
Oh.
You know the wet stink.
You're okay. Anyway.
She got that sop.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about her hygiene, so I can't speak on that. All I can say is, you know, he is right where he's supposed to be, and yeah, he deserves everything he gets because your mama, geez, that's lower than low.
Was he hitting that?
Who, the stripper?
Yeah.
I don't know. They ain't came out with too many details about their relationship. I don't know. I think I heard that it was the nephew who was talking to her.
That's more your style, Tim. That's more his league, right there.
Well, I guess because he did.
She loved him.
No, I think I don't know. Don't quote me there. I think I heard that it was the nephew who was talking to her. That's why he used her. I could be wrong.
Wait. Which nephew? The one that he
got
killed?
Yeah, and that's why
talking
she was
to the stripper.
Yeah, and that's why she was able to get him to come out.
Here's a theory. This is what came in my mind. Maybe the nephew. All right, this is allegedly. This is just came up in my crazy mind. Maybe, because I'm like, why would he kill his nephew? And then it's okay. In my mind, it says maybe the nephew was hitting his baby mama.
What baby mama?
His baby mama.
Janae?
Yeah. Maybe he was tapping that.
So you think that's why he had him killed?
I don't know. That's a theory.
But then, okay, why did he get another life insurance on his mom?
You know, it could have been.
I mean, he can't be that stupid though.
2-for-1 deal.
He didn't get the money from his nephew because they said, you know, for whatever reason, the insurance company didn't give him the money, so he never got the money for his nephew. So what made him think the insurance company was gonna give him $1 million for his mom? He must have, if he was doing this, if that was his plan for getting the insurance policy, then he must have had some sinister plan to make it look like, you know, some accident or she fell down the stairs or some stuff like that, because he can't be that I mean, he probably is that stupid, but I mean, if at first you don't succeed, try and try again. I guess that was his motto. But he wanted to pursue a music career. Did you know that?
Get up.
Okay, that ain't funny. But anyway,
Tim.
Y'all.
Tim is looking.
Oh my God. Anyways, he wanted to be in the music industry too. So I guess the music industry
wasn't working. That was never going to happen.
I mean, that's no surprise. His mom, she was, you know, the background singer. She was the background singer for Ike and Tina.
She couldn't even sing that well.
I wonder if was he on the road with them?
He did a show where he was supposed to be doing the album, and him and her was singing together, and that was terrible.
I haven't seen it, but I wonder if he went on the road with them.
Money,
do you think?
Money and fame could make you delusional.
I know.
Did he really think he could have a career?
Apparently,
Hips?
he tried.
He's going to be the
He
new
tried.
Luther
But I guess
Vandross.
he said, hey, the business is failing. The music career ain't failing. It's failing. So might as well get into murder for hire.
The new Luther Vandross with hips.
I guess so. Okay, so moving on. Anyways, like I said, I hope he gets whatever he deserves. If that's in case, like I said, everything is alleged because nothing has been proven in the court of law as of yet. So, you know, if everything is proven, then I hope he gets exactly what he deserves, because he is less than a human in my eyes. But on to even, I don't know, I don't want to call this story funny, and it's not really entertainment news, but it's entertaining nonetheless. So apparently the police They're on a manhunt. They're on a manhunt for a man who is on surveillance in Walmart giving people hugs. And you might say, why is giving a hug a crime? Well, this idiot is going through Walmart, taking stuff out of people's hand, hugging them, and then telling them they now have coronavirus or COVID-19. That's crazy. Like, I can't make this stuff up. Like, 2020 has really brought out the crazies. I promise you it has. Well, anyways, this happened in Springfield, Massachusetts on August 15th. And they said that he randomly began approaching customers and hugging them. And after he gave them a hug, he said, "You now have COVID." So, yeah. And then the man that he hugged, they didn't release his name. His identity hasn't been released. They
he
said
now
he
has
is.
COVID.
Well, they said the guy is a cancer survivor. And he never seen the guy who gave him a hug. He never seen him before. And he said the guy walked off even laughing. Like, you can't do stuff like that. And you can't, you can't do that because, one, you don't know who gonna go off on you, because you really taking a chance doing that these days. Like, with everything going on right now, you walk up to somebody and hug them.
Get shot.
For real. I mean, I've seen skits of people, those little comedy skits with people.
Let's talk about those skits. Okay.
Yeah.
Those Walmart skits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're funny. I gotta admit, some of them are funny.
It's getting out of hand.
Some go too far.
This is getting out of hand.
Yeah.
Just throwing stuff on people's heads while they're on Walmart. I'm like,
some of them are funny.
I'm gonna knock you across the hall. Like, I'm gonna.
They definitely taking a chance on their safety, because some of them, they do go too far, and this guy definitely going too far with everything going on.
Stop with these stupid pranks, man. It's enough for them. I mean, if you trying to get clout, think of something else. Do something else.
For real. Cause
it's getting stupid. I mean, it's enough for those channels already.
Yeah, but I mean that's the funny thing. Going to Walmart, prank these customers.
And they all got the same name, silly Johnny or funny.
Well, it is one that's on Instagram, and I can't think of his name. Like, he's funny because he don't touch you or harm you or anything. He just says funny stuff, and I think it's Marco. I think it's something like that. I don't know his name. But anyways, if y'all know, leave it down below what his name is. But he's funny because he don't touch people. He just says stupid stuff to them.
Oh, niggas carry guns in Walmart.
Yeah, they do. But anyway, so...
Lil Baby killed a nigga in Walmart.
Who?
Was it Lil
Baby?
Or The Baby? The Baby.
Wow. Okay. I knew he killed somebody. I knew it was in Walmart.
Yeah.
Jeez. Walmart is ghetto.
You know it.
But
people
anyways,
go there for the club.
Yeah. So this guy in Massachusetts, even though he thought he was playing, even if he's playing, I don't know. They don't know. They said that they don't know who the suspect is. They don't know if he is positive with COVID. They don't know. All they know is he's done it to several people.
Was he shooting a skit?
No, he was. He didn't have a camera in his hand.
Did
they didn't say anything about that.
Somebody have a camera in their hand?
I'm not sure.
If we see this skit anytime soon
guess what?
YouTube or Facebook or Instagram, we'll know.
Well, guess what? He's
9 times out of 10 we will.
He's now facing charges.
For what?
Terrorist threats.
Oh my God.
In Massachusetts, it's a Massachusetts
terrorist threats.
Yeah, in Massachusetts state law says that anyone who communicates a threat, either directly or indirectly, orally, in writing, or by any other means, can be charged with making terroristic threats, and those are the charges that they're going to bring on him if they find him. So, and assault, because you just.
Serious?
Well, I mean, what if he does have COVID? What if he does have COVID and the guy, the victim, is a cancer survivor? I mean, you got to think about that. What if he's some sinister man going around passing it to people? Because
this whole thing is out of hand.
When I say 2020 is crazy, 2020 is crazy. I mean, we need a. I don't even want to say we need a redo or a rewind. We just need to move forward and get out of 2020.
Move forward. It's going to get even wackier.
True.
Yeah, we do need to move forward.
You gotta move forward to get to the silver lining, to the brighter days.
It's going to get even wackier.
Yeah, that's true.
Are as nutty as.
that's not even. That's just. I don't know what to say to him, but whoever he is, he's facing some pretty serious charges now. If he was out there pranking people, well, for all you pranksters out there who thinking things is like that is funny, just better be careful, because you could be brought up on really, really serious charges and put in jail for trying to be funny. All right, so moving on. So, R. Kelly. He's back in. Well, I don't know if you could say he's back in the news, but recently, and this
my man, R. Kelly.
Yeah, no. R. Kelly, his supporters, and this already happened. They already did it. It's done and over with. But his supporters recently took to the streets in protest for his release.
Leave R. Kelly alone.
R. Kelly needs to rot in jail.
You don't know if he's
a sexual predator.
What do you mean?
Really, they have videos.
You serious?
Yeah.
They could.
So you think
CGI.
the videos is doctored?
Yeah, it could be.
I don't know.
Listen,
mean, the guy is a musical genius.
I
ain't gonna take that from
I've
him.
never seen the video.
I ain't gonna stand with him though.
Because I would never watch that. That's not something I would want to watch.
I haven't seen it. I just heard that there's videos of him doing things, and that's how they got their evidence. And then all them women came out and said what they said. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not gonna stand with him, because if he is a sexual deviant predator, whatever you want to call it, I don't stand with people like that. So until he's proven innocent, then my feelings remain. But anyways, his supporters, they did a protest.
Listen, this is the God on the Truth podcast.
Tell your truth. I'm telling mine.
Leave R. Kelly alone.
Listen, I'm not talking about if the man is guilty or innocent. I'm just simply saying his supporters was in the streets with signs, marching in hot weather for his release from prison, from jail, the jail that he's currently being housed in.
Free R. Kelly.
They said it's not safe because of the COVID, so they want him to be released. So I guess they took a page out of
How do we know he did this? See,
we don't know.
I am never the guy that goes with what everybody else is saying.
I mean, you don't know. You really, at the end of the day, you really can't say 100% if something is true or not, especially in that world. In that world, especially in that world.
And public opinion, right? They say you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty.
No, I don't always work like that.
You're guilty
until proven
innocent. Until proven innocent. But then you're
still gonna be guilty in the court of public opinion.
Listen.
And the court of public opinion is more serious than the actual court.
How many times Michael Jackson been acquitted for what they said he did?
True.
And you still have people running around saying, "Oh, he's a pedophile and all this stuff." Okay. Once you have that stain on you, it never comes off.
Forever be on. Yep, it's
even if you never even did that, even if you,
because you gotta go when they're in that spotlight. You gotta go to the court of public opinion, and the court of public opinion is not a forgiving or forgetting court. They will always remember. And they never forgive.
Because 90, not even. I'm gonna say 90% of humans, right? They get everything they believe from the media.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever the media says, that's what they believe.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I don't know if he's guilty or not guilty, but I'm not going to stand with him just until, everything plays out and he has his day in court, and then I'll decide.
Okay. This
is
has been said
overwhelming
before, but I'm gonna say it. Okay. We're I said this on the last episode. The major offenders, you're never gonna see these people.
Of course not.
What about the major sex traffickers, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got R. Kelly. R. Kelly, Bill Cosby are just the sacrificial lambs in this. You got the big offenders, the dealers, and the major buyers
The
of
ones in the shadows.
sex trafficking.
Mm-hmm.
You never hear their names. You never hear
never
anything
will.
about them.
You never will until somebody
But
is bold enough
you got
to expose
these
them.
guys that's just sacrificial lambs.
Of course, but if they did it, that doesn't mean that they should escape punishment. Even though they may be the sacrificial lamb, doesn't mean that they should escape punishment. I mean, of course, the people, the higher ups who's actually doing the worst stuff, I don't know, when their time is going. I know their time is going to come, but nobody knows when it's going to come. But their time is going to come, and they're going to have their day. They're going to have their day because
one thing
you can't escape some justice.
Black people, stop listening to the media.
For sure.
Stop crucifying the people that look like you because the other people say. Don't do that.
Well, like I said, you don't really know these people, and I'm not going to stand behind somebody just because they share the same skin color as me.
We don't know them.
You don't know them.
But how we know they did what they said they did?
You don't. That's why you gotta be very careful on
how
people's sides.
How many black men, not even black men, how many people in general are in prison for things that they didn't do?
Well,
just because the DA or the arresting officers had an agenda, a chip on their shoulder. Look at the officer with the whole Michael Jackson case. This man had a hard on for Michael Jackson for years, and it was clear cut evidence that he didn't do it.
I mean, that's why I say you gotta form your own opinion. You
you'll
really gotta
never
form your own opinion.
The media is so tricky. The news. You'll never hear what really went on in the courtroom. You'll never hear that. You'll just hear the commentary outside of the courtroom with the news and the picture they're trying to paint of this person. You'll never hear what the real evidence was in the courtroom. Okay?
Oh, they keep, of course they keep.
You're just gonna hear after the commentary on the news of the picture that they're trying to paint, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So.
And a lot of people, even like the older people, they been looking at the news for years, and
it was said.
If it's on the news, it's got to be right.
It was so clear cut that Michael Jackson didn't do those things that they charged him with.
But Mike been telling us for years. He's been telling us for years in his songs. He's been saying it for years how they were after him, so it's no surprise. They finally caught up to him and got him. I mean, that's no surprise what they did to him, but it's a lot of agendas in that world, and they want everybody under their control. And when you step out, we talked about that. When you step out, that's when they want to come for you. It's just come with the territory. So all you people who trying to get to the top, who trying to be famous, just know. I mean, some things come with the territory. It ain't always a sweet ride.
Listen, black people, I'm talking to you right now. This is not your game. This is not your system, right? The system is built the way to benefit one side, right? This is not your system. Stop begging for a seat at their table. They're never.
That we definitely have to do, but we can get into that later about all that. We gonna get into that later about all that topic. But let's move on. because we've been on that topic too long. So apparently the popular app TikTok, and I know my children, they are seem like they're addicted to that app. They can't stay off of it. I gotta monitor them. But apparently the TikTok app that is owned by a Chinese company called ByteDance, they're suing Donald Trump or the Trump administration for trying to ban the app. They officially filed suit on Monday against the U.S. government. TikTok said in a statement that they have been denied due process due to Trump's executive orders, and they feel like they have no other choice but to take action to protect the rights of their employees and community. So, if anybody don't know, Trump, he was basically trying to ban the app TikTok, who is owned by a Chinese company. So he was saying that they were trying to spy on people.
Yeah, allegedly they're spying on,
stealing information from the American people. Or I'm sure it's not just Americans that they have on that app, but yeah. So they're suing the big dogs. They're suing the government. So gonna be interested to see how that pans out.
Welcome to China.
What you mean?
If Biden and Kamala Harris, what is her name? Kamala Harris? Kamala Harris.
Mm-hmm.
If they somehow get in the White House, welcome to China.
Well, Trump said it's going to be a socialist country.
Konnichiwa.
I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what happens with that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have my thoughts on that. We'll get into that at another time, because that's a whole show topic right there. But
do your research on it, people.
Yeah, definitely. Please. Before, and I said it before, you jump on that train thinking that, oh wow, we got a black woman that's gonna be vice president. Please just research who these people are. Please research, and don't come with the she did things in the past and that's the past.
How about her birth certificate has been released? Her birth certificate has been released. I take that back.
Some people change.
She was identified as Caucasian. Okay, she's only identified as being black
when it's beneficial.
Yes.
Like most people.
Oh, she listened to Tupac when she was in college. She listened to Biggie while she was in college.
Impossible.
Why? Okay, why do you have to do that to appeal to black people?
Well, why do you?
She was smoking weed.
If people don't see
is that what they think that all black people do?
And eat hot sauce. Because look what Hillary Clinton said when she was running.
Now, if that is the racist thing? So to appeal to black people, all you have to say is, I was listening to Tupac, and I was listening to Biggie, and I was smoking weed,
and I keep hot sauce in my bag.
So to them, we just some
hot sauce.
All we listen to is listen to Tupac and Biggie smoking. And smoke weed and eat chitterlings with hot sauce.
Well, that's the narrative. That's the narrative they want to push to the whole world. That's what we about. That's the narrative. That's been their narrative for the longest.
Oh.
Nothing new on that. Nothing.
You ain't black if you don't vote for me. These people.
Well, I guess I ain't black.
They think they own black people.
Yeah, they do.
They really believe that they own. People, use your mind.
And he's
put
trying
the thinking caps on.
Oh, he really trying.
Ponder this and mull
and
around.
Let me tell y'all something. Just because if any
Please
of y'all
use your mind.
If any of y'all listen to the DNC and all the promises they made during their convention, we ain't getting no $2,000 a month. I can tell you that right now. That's a bold-faced lie.
Where is the money coming from?
Exactly. Where's the money coming from? How? Y'all keep claiming we're in debt. You keep claiming we're in debt, but then you come out and say, "Oh, well, if we're made president, we're gonna give everybody a $2,000 check a month just cause." But y'all, what I don't understand is the Democrats can't even they can't even agree on a stimulus now. The Democrats and Republicans, they can't even agree on a stimulus now, but you ready to give everybody $2,000?
They want to give their rich corporate buddies most of the money.
Don't trust anything they say. Listen, these are
Jeff Bezos,
utterances,
right?
utterances of lies. That's all.
Jeff Bezos. Okay. He's now known as the richest man in the world. But the last past stimulus, right?
Yeah.
He got billions of dollars in bailout money.
Oh, a lot of these corporations.
Amazon. And they did the most during the whole COVID crisis.
Let me tell you something. My company alone, I work for a corporation. My company alone.
Allegedly.
Listen, my company alone got millions in bailout money. And they've been in operation since day one. They have never shut down. They have, and honestly, the revenue has been up.
Here's the question, right? Even the company I work for, got millions and probably billions of dollars in bailout, right? Did any of the employees see any of that money?
I was just talking to my coworker today. I said, what they did do, they didn't give us raises, they didn't give us bonuses. You know what my company did? They gave us some funky behind PTO hours.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they gave us like 4 extra PTO hours per check.
So that's imaginary.
and the crazy part about it, if you're not there for so many years, you can't even carry over your PTO. So at the end of the year, if you have over 40 PTO hours, you lose that. So really, it goes back to them if you don't use it. All of the money is going to go back into their pocket somewhere or another. So yeah, it's all a big scam. That's why I said don't trust anything these people say. It's not going to give us $2,000 a month. I can bet my life on it. They are not. That's just a tactic they're using to grab people's attention right now. Because I mean, hey, who wouldn't want a $2,000 free money? But it ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. And you can see they can't even come to an agreement on money now. So yeah, don't believe it, people. Do your research.
Use your brain.
Do your research.
If something don't sound right, probably ain't.
If it's too good to be true, probably is. Okay, so moving on. So there's going to be at the end of this month, on the 31st of this month, and I'm particularly excited for this. But Swiss Beats and Timberland, who is the creators of the Versus Battle, they have promised that this next Versus Battle is going to be an epic one. And why is it going to be epic? Because the next battle is going to be between Monica and Brandy. So I know all us 90s, 2000 kids who was into R&B, we've been waiting on this one. Well, I know I have, because I was a big Monica fan. And even though, who you got your money on? Who you got your money on? Who you think?
I don't care.
But okay, for the sake of argument, who you got your money on? Who you think got more hits, Monica or Brandy?
I'm gonna have to give it to Brandy.
Yeah.
Brandy has way more hits.
Yeah.
Brandy had her career was way more bigger than Monica's.
Yeah. Even though I was
by far.
I was a big.
I mean,
Monica
it's not
fan.
even close.
Yeah. I mean, they had
close.
their little, and I think
they had a
more,
rivalry.
Yeah, they had that little rivalry going on.
Okay, and it was two, black females came out around the same time. They was around the same age. Mm-hmm. But Brandy, I mean,
I was fans of them both, but I rocked with Monica more because I felt like her music was, just spoke to me more than.
How many albums did
Brandy?
Did Monica have? Did she even have any like?
Monica got some hits now. Don't sleep
about
on Monica.
Albums, albums. How many albums did she put out?
Well, I think Monica, her career took off more later into her career, like late 2000s. I think she took off a little bit more.
I missed that one. I don't.
Well, even though, like I said, even though I'm a big Monica fan, I love her music. I know a lot of her songs. I'm gonna have to give this one to Brandy because Brandy did have more hits. Her catalog is filled with more hits than Monica. So even though they're both really good artists, I'm gonna have to give that one to Brandy. I think Brandy got that one. Of course, but it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very interesting. And I can't wait to tune in.
Why would they put Brandy and Monica together? Just because they had a rivalry?
I mean, they try to put. I guess in the versus battle, they try to put people
I thought it was
is on the same or semi-same level.
I thought it was catalog against catalog.
It is.
Anybody that knows music, right?
But again, like I said, Monica
doesn't have the same catalog as Brandy.
Yeah, I guess that's up for debate.
Just go. How many albums did Monica have?
Let me see. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna.
Cause you gotta remember, right? Monica took a long hiatus because I think at some point her boyfriend had killed himself. He had committed suicide. Her longtime boyfriend, and she took a hiatus off, and then she came back, and then she was having children.
She has 8 studio albums.
Really?
So yeah.
Monica?
Yes, Monica.
Jesus Christ.
See, that's why I said she got some hits now. She got some fire up in there. She did the Miss Thing was her first album. Like I said, I think she really started
days.
Yeah. That song
that was
right
the first single.
That song right there is still a classic. That's a classic.
And then she had the next one. What was it? No, that was.
You talking about the one where
that was Brandy.
Yeah. Don't take it personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are two classic songs that you could play them right now and be like your first time hearing it. Never get tired of them songs.
Well then, how many albums did Brandy have?
Let's see, Brandy. But I think Brandy, with her show, she had a more successful career because
it's not about the career, is it? It's about the catalog.
No, it's not.
Hit for hit.
Yeah. I guess it just depends on who you were a fan of at the time. Like, did you rock with Monica more or did you rock with Brandy more? And I guess
no, it's not about who you rock with. It's about
I'm talking about back then.
Hits. How many hits did you have? Hit for hit, right?
But see, that's what I'm saying.
But this is the thing about the versus battles. The Rick Ross and 2 Chainz battle. Rick Ross was coming out with songs that he never even released.
Well, maybe that's what they're gonna do.
Nah, it's different for rappers. Nobody wants to hear an old R&B song that never came out.
Well, Brandy had 7 studio albums. She had 30 singles, and she had 45 album appearances. So
how many number ones she have?
I mean, I don't know. You got me looking up all this stuff.
Top.
You mean how many number 1 songs?
She hit the Billboard.
On the chart? The Billboard? Let me look.
Sure, she had a lot.
Yeah, of course. Like I said, even though I'm a 6 number, she had 6 number 1 hits.
That's it?
Well, that's what it say.
Maybe Monica had.
Oh well, she has 6 number 1 hits, but just because it hit number 1 on the chart, she had other songs that was good. It's a lot of songs. It's a lot of songs that never hit number 1 that I feel should have hit number 1, not just from them, from a lot of people. So, those are just numbers. But, if you're going to go against numbers, I think Brandy got Monica on this one. But anyways, like I said, it's going to be interesting to see, and I can't wait for it because I am a true 90s kid. I'm an 80s baby, but I'm a 90s kid. That's my era. 90s, early 2000. That's my era. That's the era I grew up in. So
what is a dream versus battle? Dead or alive? And don't say the obvious.
What was the obvious?
Biggie, Tupac.
How you know I was gonna say that? I mean, that would break the charts.
No. What if you look at it? It wouldn't.
It would.
Tupac had a way longer career than Biggie. Biggie only had.
Yeah, but see, it ain't all. It's the rivalry that would make it interesting.
It's not about that with verses. It's about.
It kind of is.
The catalog.
It kind of is. I mean, they got Brandy versus Monica.
Biggie only had 2 albums. He only put out the second album he put out. He died before it was put out.
Oh, I got one. Mariah Carey versus Whitney Houston. Now that one, that would be epic because they are on the same level, and they both
what's that thing that they did for Tupac?
What thing?
When they did they put him on stage when he performed with Snoop Dogg. The hologram.
Oh, hologram, yeah.
Could they do that for that?
I mean, they was. I think I remember seeing them saying something about they wanted to do one with Mariah and Whitney, but I don't know if that'll ever pan out. Whoever is over Whitney's estate, I don't know who it is. They would have to have
it with the sweat.
Leave Whitney alone. Leave Whitney alone.
You have to have a.
They did a number on her. They did a number on my good sis. Leave her alone. Anyways.
The coke sweat?
Like I said, they did a number on her. So, yeah. Anyways, moving on. So, yeah, if you want to watch the battle, it comes on, it's going to be aired August 31st. And you can go on Instagram and watch that. All right, so moving on. Apparently, North Korea's President Kim Jong-un, I think that's how you pronounce it. Apologize if I'm wrong. Has reportedly fell into a coma. So, they've had rumors going around basically all year.
Those rumors been around for a while. I heard this a couple months ago.
Yeah, they've been around since.
He made an appearance.
Yeah, he made an appearance. But people were saying that he had a botched heart surgery, and from that botched heart surgery, he was either dead or in a vegetative state. But they have always they've always come out and said no, it's not true. He is having some health issues, but nothing to be concerned about.
Is a cat.
Well,
I guess he knows cats.
I don't know.
He got 9 lives.
Listen, he's a dictator in that country. They're very, very secretive. They're very.
This nigga got 9 lives. I guess eating cats give you their strength.
Okay, listen. I'm not saying nobody eats cats, but we do know. People in those countries, they do have a very.
They do eat cats. It's a delicacy.
You don't know if everybody eat cats, so. You don't know if he eats cats.
They eat bats.
No, they have a very
listen, I'll eat a cat before I'll eat a bat.
I ain't eat neither one.
If I had to, if they said, okay, there is no more food. Only meat we have is bat or cat. I'm going for the cat.
Listen, I'm just gonna have to starve. Well, I always say you really don't know what you're gonna do until you're in that position. You may be hungry enough I mean, we heard stories about people eating other
Listen,
people.
he had heart surgery.
Yeah, they
How
said.
old is he?
He's 36. He's 36. He is, a little overweight. Nothing like extreme.
Do he have a tremendous coke habit or something?
I don't know.
He's like Tony Montana snorting coke in his office.
I don't know. They, like I said, they are very secretive. They're very secretive.
Coke habit. 36 having a heart surgery?
Yeah, and they said it was botched. So, what botched means, like they messed him up.
On it?
They messed him up,
and those doctors are beheaded.
Well, anyways, like I said, it's been rumors that he was either dead.
Those doctors are no longer living.
But his people have come out and said no, he's fine. He's just been isolated because of the whole COVID. But as you know, Korea has been praised for their response to the coronavirus, and the numbers over there are really low. So I don't know what the case is with that
story. Didn't his sister try to get him knocked off?
Well, you talking about the sister who took over? Because now she's officially taken over. So the reports say, well, let me just mention that some pictures of him emerged Thursday showing him at a government meeting. But the news outlet Reuters said that they could not independently verify the images as they were released by the secretive country. So now reports say that they have come out to officially say, now his camp is now officially saying that he is in a coma, and now his sister Kim Yo-jong, what's up with these names? Like they all have this, I don't know. I don't want to be insensitive to nobody's culture, but like, is that a part of their culture to have the same names? Or is Kim like a first name or a last name? Because both of them, their name is Kim. I don't know either. But her name, his sister, is Kim Yo-jong. And she will be exercising de facto control over national and international matters. And also a side note to the pictures, Chang Song-min, a former aide of South Korea's late president Kim Dae-jung, claimed that all the photos of Kim Jong released by North Korea are fake. So if you guys don't know, North Korea and South Korea, they don't get along. They've always basically been at odds with each other. So this former aide came out and said those pictures are fake. So I don't know if he's dead. I don't know if he's alive. I don't know if he's in a coma. But the sister has now taken control.
There's going to be a next picture of him at a barbecue.
Well,
with flip flops and socks.
I wonder what they doing it for. Like, why would they? I guess they would keep it a secret because that's not really a country where they vote. It's whoever's in that bloodline. So his son, who is too young to take power, would have been the next. What do they call it? Successor. If anything would have happened, but since his son is too young to take over, it's reported that he gave the sister control over everything. But how do you give somebody control over everything if you're in a coma? And if you wasn't in a coma before then, why would you give her control?
Sounds a little spooky to me.
Like, did you know you was gonna go in a coma? Who knows they're gonna be in a coma? I don't know.
Kim, drink this.
I don't know. It's some funny mess, and if you guys don't know either, they're not fans of America at all. They don't like us over here. At one point,
they like Dennis Rodman.
Well, hey, I guess we all gonna go to Dennis Rodman house then.
That nigga was going
they
hard
try to pop
for them
off
on
on us.
TV.
Huh?
He was going hard for them.
He was doing
apparently he loves basketball. NBA basketball.
He was doing whatever he had to do to secure his safety.
Who?
Dennis Rodman.
Secure his safety?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You said he was going hard for the Koreans.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Remember? Okay, you don't remember when they was threatening to come to war with us? At one point in time, they was threatening to go to war.
I don't think you know the story.
What are you talking about?
He went over there and he took a bunch of NBA players and they played a game for Kim.
Oh. I guess.
He loves American basketball. He's a big fan, and of Dennis Rodman. I don't know why.
I don't know.
But sounds like the sister had him knocked off.
Could be. Who knows? I mean, that's a dictator country. And they're not, read some of the stories about, how they do their own people. It's not a pretty picture. So, any type of dictator country. But, I mean, hey, people say we don't live in a dictator country, but we actually do. We're dictated.
Well, hey, America's 100 times better than...
Oh, of course. Well, that's a topic for another time. But, anyways, moving on. So, if he is in a coma, even though, whatever, I hope he recovers, whatever. So, celebrities continue, and we already talked about this topic last week, or on Tuesday we talked about this topic, but celebrities, they continue to rally and come to Megan Thee Stallion's support. We already gave our opinion about that whole matter, but recently, H-Town's own OG Bun B speaks out in support of Megan. He took to his Instagram and he was basically saying that, had she been a white woman, it would be a lot more serious. People would be taking it a lot more serious, and he was basically saying, had that been Melissa Milano or
Hold on.
Ariana Grande.
Hold on. Bun B is the biggest race baiter I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, listen, now you coming for these big H-Town people now.
Listen, we first have to talk about before Bun B, before you speak on other people's, problems, you should address the problem that you have with Pimp C and his family, all right?
I ain't heard nothing about that. What's the problem?
We'll just keep that there.
Okay. I guess. You can still have an opinion.
What does race have to do with it?
Well, I mean, I have to agree.
Why?
I'm not a race baiter, but I have to agree. I have to agree with Tim, even though
what does that have to do with it? What does that have to do with race?
Because,
why do you have to bring?
And it's not
race
just
into it?
Let's take Megan out of.
Hold on. See, this is what I'm so disgusted by some of these celebrities that they try to transition when they came into the game. Okay, the career that they had is not working anymore. They try to transition into a activist, right? They need to stop with the race baiting. Everything is not racial. What? Okay, why did he have to? Why do you have to make this a racial issue?
Because people are coming out with memes, people are making jokes about her, and they're not taking it seriously.
He only want to interject himself into this conversation.
A lot of them do.
This is like he only want to say, "Hey, I'm for."
But
blacks.
he is from the same place she's from,
so what?
I guess he's taking up.
What does that mean?
For the home team.
You know her?
I don't know. But I guess he's taking up for the home team. But let's just take Megan out of the equation. Let's just say it wasn't even Megan. This is the only thing I agree with him on. I agree with what you're saying. They do race bait, but I feel like black women are not taken serious on many levels, and we're not protected the way we should be, the way we should have been for a long time.
All right. We know that.
So that's basically what he was saying.
This has been happening since the beginning.
That's basically what he's been saying.
In this country.
He's saying had it been a white woman, it would be more serious. I agree.
You got niggas like him all through times. Celebrities turned activists. But they really never do anything for the black community.
Yeah, that's true. It's the ones always talking and never do anything.
When are we going to stop pointing out the problem? We know what the problem is. We know what the problem is.
Mm-hmm.
Stop baiting. Stop pointing it out. We know what it is. Where's the solution?
Listen, I feel like if you
was
a rapper,
they're never gonna give you any solutions. They're only gonna jig you with the problem.
If you was a rapper that degraded black women in your music, and I'm not saying he did, but if you were a rapper who degraded black women on any type of level by calling them B's and H's and all that, if you did that, don't fix your mouth now to say black women are not being protected when you were part of the problem of black women not being protected.
This is also what a problem I have with some of the rappers, right? Now their rap career is leveling off, is pretty much ended. Now you want to transition into something else. So now you want to be this positive person, and now you want to push positivity. And okay, you got millions of black men believing. Let's say Jeezy, right?
Yep.
Jeezy said "Trap or Die." You got millions, thousands of black young men took Jeezy advice. They trapped and died. They trapped and went to jail.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get to come out those situations, some of them.
Yep.
But Jeezy gets to retire, right?
Retire with
and have his Chinese woman.
Yeah.
And now he wants to. His son is in college. Why didn't he tell his son to trap or die? But you telling somebody else's son to trap or die.
That's why I said you can't be.
You shouldn't be able to do that. Now switch up. Oh, I'm finna walk away. You got all this damage behind you, right? If you a rapper, you create all this havoc and damage behind you. But now you want to turn around and walk away, and no, you don't get to do that.
They were paid to do that.
Pimp C said something. He said, if you come in the game one way, you gotta leave the game the same way.
That's interesting. Well,
you don't get to turn your back and walk away free and clear.
A lot of them do. They live their life.
They
retire with nice bank accounts, and
you may escape it, but there's something called karmic debt, right? Your hands are still dirty.
And a lot of people don't know about that karmic debt.
You still owe a debt.
Yep.
Because that blood is still in your hands.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, every dog has their day. That was always interesting to me, is how people, they get out that industry of promoting that type of lifestyle.
Bun B.
They don't live that lifestyle.
Bun B, right?
But they promote it.
He promoted selling drugs.
That's why I
promoted
said, if you
everything. He promoted everything to the demise of the black community.
But you know what
they'll
say. You know what they're gonna come and say. They're gonna come and say, "Oh, he was rapping real stuff."
Let me make this point. He promoted everything for the demise of the black community. All right, and now he want to change up because. Do you really believe if he could still slang those same rhymes, he would be on this kick that he's on?
Probably not.
He'll be still slanging on them rhymes.
Probably not.
Them same old rhymes.
Yeah, probably not. I mean,
listen.
But regardless of what he did or what he said, I still agree with what he said is. Black women are not protected.
Don't follow Bun B.
You don't have to follow him. That's a fact. Regardless if it came out of his mouth or not. That's a fact. We black men
don't follow
black men need to protect black women more. The world as a whole need to start taking black women serious.
Nah, that's true. But black men has do need to take care of not just black women. They need to take care of their homes that they make, their children.
Of course.
Stop leaving their children.
That's Black America's biggest problem.
Let's start that.
That's Black America's biggest problem, right there.
But that goes back to the
Fatherless
day. That goes back to slavery, right?
Yep.
When the master could just walk in your house and have sex with your wife, and the man couldn't say nothing. He could take your children, molest them, and he couldn't say nothing.
Yeah, it's deep.
It goes way back to that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is what, see, we're playing in a dirty pond. We trying to make clean water out of dirty water. It's never gonna happen.
Can't.
You're gonna still keep getting mud.
Mm-hmm.
Because listen, it's not made for you. This is not yours.
Yep.
It wasn't made for you in mind. The whole system is made the opposite for you. It's made for you to fail.
Of course.
So how can you still be begging for a seat at the table?
And we have people that do. They
have to change their mindset. Stop
they want that
begging for a seat at their table. It's their table. They're never going to give you a seat at their table if they don't want you there.
Mm-hmm. Well, anyways, so as we know, Bun B, he did come out with that statement about Megan. But we all know that Tory, he still hasn't publicly come out and said his side of the story. He hasn't admitted to it. So people say now he's admitted to it by liking a Instagram post. But I don't know how you can admit guilt by liking a post, but apparently you can. So this I think he's a basketball player, Larry Johnson. Yeah. So Larry Johnson, he put up a post, and the post says, and I quote, "Ladies, if you date a man who coined the term demon time and you get shot during demon hours, be accountable for your stupidity." And of course, the internet seen that Tory liked that post.
And what was wrong with that? I think he was absolutely right.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate right now, and I'm gonna say that it was right. What he said in some aspects, it was right. And I'm a woman, and I think any violence towards any woman is just deplorable. No. He's right. Like, when you put yourself in ladies, understand, when you put yourself in situations with people who are known to be certain ways, you cannot expect a different outcome. You can only expect what they've always been and what they've always showed you. So here's this man, he's coined the term demon time. Just the term itself, and we even had a conversation about that whole term, demon time. This is the new saying now. People running with that. You got Beyonce putting it in songs, and everybody has what the term means. But it just doesn't even sound right. It doesn't sound anything nice or anything good. Demon time, So you have a man who runs around and says all this stuff, and then something happens to you and you're surprised, you're shocked. How can you be shocked? It's like, oh, I know you beat up your wife, your ex-wife, used to beat on her every day. Now we're married, you beat on me. I'm so shocked you beat on me.
So
how can I be shocked?
What is he trying to say? Tory Lanez beat up women before?
I mean, he didn't elaborate. He just put out that statement, and Tory liked it. So, do you think that's admitting guilt? What do you think?
For who?
For Tory. He liked the post.
Just saying, she probably turned into a demon.
I don't know if that's what he was saying. But I think he was pretty much saying that, somebody who is known and making up terms like that, you can't be really surprised. You have to take some type of accountability. Like I said, that's just like if I go and marry a known woman beater. I have to take accountability because I knew this man was a woman beater. So when he starts beating on me, even though it's wrong, even though it's not right,
listen,
you gotta
she's gonna milk.
take accountability.
She's gonna milk this for everything it's worth.
Yeah. And right now, if you speak out, if you speak negative about her, you're being canceled. Now they're trying to cancel Waka Flocka because apparently some rapper he made a post about I don't remember exactly what he said, but he made a post.
What world are we living in?
Cancel culture.
You can't speak your mind. You
nope.
can't.
Absolutely
speak
not
logically anymore.
Nope. Especially if you're going against, and like I said before, if you're going against that popular person, the person who's the most popular, you're going to catch a lot of slack for that. You can't have an opinion. You can't have an opinion about anything in this world anymore. If it goes against the popular opinion, you can't. They're gonna come for you. They're gonna cancel you. They're gonna stop your endorsements.
Hold on. This podcast is not their popular opinion.
Of course not.
I'm going to say what's
gonna ruffle a lot of feathers.
I'm going to say what's on my mind. I don't care about these celebrities. I
definitely don't.
I care about what's right.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but like I said, if he did shoot her out of some kind of jealous rage, then she has a right to tell her story, and my sympathy goes out to her.
Why are they saying, "Oh, she didn't tell"?
Because she's
telling right now.
She said on the live, to be fair,
here's the thing.
But to be fair, she did say she didn't tell.
You think the investigation is over? This is the new.
Yeah.
Newsflash. This is a new form of snitching.
Well, somebody said she's a civilian, so she can't be a snitch. Civilians can't be snitching. That's what somebody said. I forgot who said it, but they said
if she have any violent lyrics in her music, she is not a civilian.
I don't know. Nobody deserves to be shot, man nor woman, for whatever reason. She's still not telling. She's still holding on to it was for no reason. I just want to know the real truth. Like it
really?
Had to be a
no reason.
That's the only thing that's got me hung up on the fence is
no reason.
You keep saying it's no reason. Like yes,
maybe it was no reason.
That's what I said. It could have been.
He accidentally shot her. And she milking
or maybe maybe he went into a jealous rage and shot her.
Come on, man.
Listen,
hold on for a second.
Do you know it's some?
Hold on for a second.
Wait, let me say this. Do you know it's some dudes? It's women out here that is afraid to turn a man down. They will give a man a fake number because they are scared of being killed for turning down a man. It's some crazy men out here. Like literally, I have turned down numbers. I was at the laundromat. And I turned down a man's number, and he literally got mad at me. Like, he wasn't in no rage, but he got mad at me like, how dare you turn my number down? So it's some real deal psychos in this world. So I don't put it past nobody.
Okay, regular degglers, right? Tory Lanez. I'm saying
he's a regular deggler with money.
I'm not comment on his looks or nothing. I'm saying he's a celebrity with money.
Okay.
This man.
And you're saying celebrities are not crazy?
I'm saying he's not finished.
Listen, I don't know. The guy, I always thought the guy was a little.
I really doubt he's pressed.
Hyper.
If she said, "Oh, I don't want to be with you anymore." I doubt this man.
Hey, listen, it always take that one to turn a man crazy.
He was probably smashing other women's anyways.
Well, like I said, it was one report said that he was messing with his best friend.
I am sure he was.
And at the party, Now, see, this is where the story gets crazy because there's reports that at the party he was flirting with Kylie. The party that they were at hours before.
And she probably was
the
flirting
incident.
with him. That was her new victim.
I don't know, but for her, but this is like I said, this
what season the Kardashians on?
I don't know.
I don't. On a new season
as
Cardi. What is her name?
Who?
I said Cardi.
Kylie.
Yeah. Kylie's new man. New season of Kardashians.
Listen, I don't think so. Now that he done shot her, I doubt highly. Like that'll be very bold.
That's even more.
But you know how many people gonna cancel Kylie because of that?
Ain't nobody gonna cancel them.
Well, not the white people.
They'll make any excuse for them.
Oh, and the rapper who says another rapper. Who
you don't know her. You don't know they're really in love.
Like they said with her.
You can judge somebody.
Right.
That may be his comeback right there.
Maybe. Hey, like I said, it's called Holly Weird for a reason. Those people are weird.
You don't know.
Listen, so this rapper, Atlanta rapper, Cash Talk, he said that Talk. Yeah, I don't know who he is either. But anyways, he made a post and he said, Megan's 6 feet, Tory's 5'2". We don't know what the H happened in that car. Y'all know females be tripping.
She's almost a whole foot taller than
all
him.
These Cap A rappers picking a side like Little B's and Ish. So Waka Flocka came and he put 100 on the picture. So people been coming for him, talking about he's canceled, this, that, and the third. So apparently he put 100 on the picture because the guy, the rapper, was wearing one of his shirts. So he has a clothing brand, and the shirt that the rapper was seen in on the picture is one of Walker's designs. So that's why he put the 100 on it. But people, like I said, when you talk against that popular opinion, when you go against it, expect the backlash. And he had to come out and make a statement. His wife came out. Tammy, she came out and said, we've always been in full support of Megan. And she said even Walker said, when it happened that Tory was lame for what he did. And, they've been in support of her. And that 100 he put on the picture was just for the clothing.
Why does people have to have the same opinion?
Because, like I said, you if you don't have the opinion of the popular opinion, if you don't go with that popular opinion, you're the outsider, and we all know what happens with that when you're the outsider.
It's not too bad being an outsider.
It's not bad at all. I actually like it on the outside. Peaceful. It's peaceful on the outside. All right, so moving on from that. So anyways, like I said, he hasn't come out and said anything, so I'm interested in knowing, his side of the story. But will we get it? Who knows? I don't know. So recently, the late great Kobe Bryant, whose birthday was just on August 24th, he would have been 42 years old. Well, the LA City Council, they have come out and said that they have plans in the work to have a street named after him right by the Staples Center. So apparently he's going to have a boulevard. It's going to be named Kobe Bryant Boulevard. And I think that's a good thing. I think he's well deserving of it. He's very much well deserving of that. What do you think?
What makes him deserving of it?
I mean, he gave his life to the game.
He
came into the game when he was the youngest basketball player, 18 years old. He gave them people, and then how old was he when he retired? I don't know. I'm not gonna try to fake it like I was some big fan, but he gave a lot of his life to the game.
All right, this is the God Honest Truth podcast. I'll respect the Kobe Bryant, right?
Now don't talk about the dead now.
We're not talking about the dead. I'm just all respect to Kobe Bryant, but it's time for people to put things in its proper perspective, right?
But what's the problem with him having a street named after him?
Okay.
You got racist presidents.
When you look at the whole scope of life, right? You look at the whole scope of life and what people idolize. Kobe Bryant played basketball.
Right.
So he dribbled the basketball and put it in the hoop.
He did more than that. Don't try to downplay the man.
I'm not downplaying him.
He did more than that. He had organizations.
Let's take Kobe Bryant off the table. Kobe Bryant,
because that's a
probably
sensitive topic.
One of the best players in the NBA. Can't take nothing from his legacy. Let's take him off the table. Okay. LA. He did a lot for LA.
Yeah, he has organizations for the kids and everything. He did a lot.
He made a lot of money for the city.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but let's take him off the table and let's go where people just how they view celebrities. Now, you got a basketball player. A basketball player plays on an average, 45 minutes a game, 30 minutes a game. He dribbles the ball, put it in the hoop. And don't take this the wrong way. I'm a big sports fan. But you got people that say these people are the greatest thing. They're the greatest thing. LeBron James, the greatest there ever was.
Yeah.
Like, we have to start putting things in its proper perspective.
But I think they're basically saying they're the greatest at what they're doing. Not like the greatest human ever.
I think they would. I think they really believe they're the greatest humans because they can dribble a ball good and put it in the hoop.
Yeah, I agree with that. It is some super fans that just think these people could, like I said, those are super fans that you could punch me in the face and I'm going to still ride with you regardless. You got those type of fans out there.
What makes a human look at another human like that?
I don't know, because I never fangirled like that in my life.
We have to stop idolizing other human beings.
Yeah. I think there's nothing wrong with enjoying that person and liking that person and relating to that person. But when it gets into the territory of idolizing that person, that's where you go into a little bit too far. And I think that's wrong to idolize any human. You bleed red blood like me. You just got a little bit more money than me. Well, a lot more money than me. But that don't make you less human. So I'm not gonna idolize you.
And a lot of times, the bigger you are, the more dirt you have around you.
I mean, look at Beyonce.
The more dirt you have on you.
Look how, listen.
The more people you have.
They have a religion. They have a religion called Bayism. This woman got people out. Hey.
Baal. Who was Baal? Who was that?
Nah. Anyway, she got people that follow her so deep. They have Bayism.
Bayism.
Yeah, it's a real thing. Like Beyonce. Listen, she got people that follow her so deeply that it's almost like a religion.
That's a cover.
It's like a religion.
How close is it saying? Why is it so close to Baal?
Baal worship?
Baal.
You gotta put two and two together. You gotta start putting two and two together. You gotta start using your mind again.
If you don't know who Baal was the ancient god,
a false god
of human not only it was of children sacrifice.
Just like I said before, the stuff they used to do to kids in those ancient times. What was he, an Egyptian god?
No.
What was he?
The ancient Babylonians.
Babylonians, right.
They would put children on the altar of Baal and burn them. And they would play the tamarines loud. to drown out the screamings of the babies.
And this is all facts. This is all facts. This is all facts. But but people worship this woman. People you can't say nothing against this woman. You say something against her.
Why is it so close to that?
I don't know. Like I said, you gotta start putting two and two together.
The thing with
she's that new Belle, maybe. I don't know. That's just
the thing about that. Their thing is whether you knowingly are worshiping or unknowingly, either way, they'll accept it.
That's a topic that I want to get in, not today, but another day. We're gonna get into that because a lot of people
with symbolism.
Symbolism and the new movie she got out, Black is King.
The thing about symbolism, right? Symbolism is when you.
Well, we can say that for another topic because that you go deep into that.
When you are using symbolism, when you see their symbolism, it's their way of communicating, and it's the way of they worship, and if they can get you to do it, either if you know it or not know it, either way, the devil will accept it. Because the whole thing is he want, as long as you're not giving worship to the true God, it's all good.
You don't care. You don't care which way you
just
go, as long as
you're
not doing the
not
right way,
worshiping the true God.
Right.
That's the gist of their religion.
But we gonna get into it deeper because I think that may be our next topic of discussion for next week is that, because that goes really deep, and a lot of people don't even understand how deep that goes. Even with things that's going on right now, it is clear, clear in our eyes, and people don't even see it. So we'll get into that. We definitely will get into that topic in a later episode. But on to our last bit of news. Track star Usain Bolt, he said that he is self-isolating after taking a test for COVID-19. And nothing has been confirmed yet. He's still waiting on the results of his test, but he did say some social media sites have already said he had COVID-19. So
without even his results coming back.
Yeah, he's taking all the necessary precautions. He says.
Sounds.
What I want to know is how all these celebrities.
Sounds like the fix is in.
So I want to know how all these celebrities get it, but not one has died from it.
The proof is right there. Just read what you said. They have.
Listen, I know. I'm just putting the question out there for the people.
What you just said.
Give them something to think about.
What you just said was news outlets already said he had it without his test results even coming back.
Yeah, pretty much.
Here's the thing, nigga. Is you sick?
Why would you self-isolate?
Seems like to me the fix is in.
I don't know.
He's another celebrity.
He said that the results haven't came back, but I'm pretty sure
he's another celebrity that's going to come up with it.
Yeah, like I said, all these celebrities that has come up with it.
Usain Bolt in such good. He's just so
top athlete, one of the top athletes.
His body is in such good condition. He has it. Oh, I'm really scared now.
Yeah. Like I said, I know. I'm just putting the question out there for the people. Give them something to think about. Because like I said, people don't think. They don't think.
Is in.
It's definitely in. Because yeah. I mean, we'll probably hear reports in the next couple of days that his results came back as positive.
Listen. How funny. Listen. Think, people. The news already said he has it without test results.
Yeah. They probably slipped up. That's how you know it's all orchestrated. They probably slipped up and said the man has it. Before they were supposed to. No, before they were supposed to say it. And now he had to come clean it up and say. But like I said, in a couple of days we'll probably hear him put out a statement.
This.
He's gonna put out a statement that he does have it.
You got this.
So yeah.
You sick, nigga. You sick.
Well, let's just send our good thoughts and prayers out to him for a speedy recovery if he does indeed have COVID, but he hasn't said he officially has it yet. But the internet did, or the media outlets did. All right, moving on. So, to start off our topic, which our main topic is for today, does Black lives really matter?
Hold on. Before we get into that, let's talk about the young man that was killed. The young man that was shot by the police.
Oh, definitely. That's first on the list. So apparently, there's video that hit the internet a couple days ago of a Wisconsin man, being shot 7 times in his back by the police, and I did see the video. It's very, very disturbing. But the video starts out with him walking in front of his car, his SUV. The police, you could see the police trying to stop him from getting in the car. They're pulling and tugging at his white t-shirt. And as he's getting in the car, the one police officer who was directly behind him just takes off and starts shooting him in the back.
They both were shooting.
Who?
Both
police?
of the cops.
Oh, I didn't hear
From
that
what
part.
I could see.
Really?
From what I see.
They both?
It looks like they both were shooting.
Yeah.
Like they was.
Well,
Listen,
anyways,
this
happened in Kenosha, Wisconsin, by the way.
Are they that scared? See, this is the problem. See, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not for the defunding of police, because the same people that holler defund the police is the same ones to be the first to call the cops. Those are the main ones to call the cops.
Let me give the people a little bit of rundown in case nobody has.
We talking about him.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the rundown. I'm gonna give you the rundown of everything that happened and what led to, them actually shooting him. So apparently they were responding to a domestic incident. That's what the police said. But the video shows neighbors congregated outside as 2 officers with their guns drawn followed him. We already said that. They followed him to the car, and then they started shooting him as he opened the driver's side of the door. What's even more disturbing is his 2 children were out there and they witnessed the whole thing. So those babies definitely are going to need some type of psychiatric help, because they're babies. To actually see their dad getting shot by the police definitely is going to take some type of mental toll on them. So according to some neighbors, one neighbor, her name is Stella London, she lives in the area. Her and her daughter said that they think that Blake was breaking up a fight between 2 women over a scratch on one of their cars. So apparently the police was called out because of this domestic disturbance, and when the police came, they automatically, of course, assumed that he was the perpetrator, and they tried to detain him, but he was trying to get into his car. He is in serious condition. New reports have come out to say that he is paralyzed from the waist down, so he's unable to walk. He's still in serious condition from what they're saying, and that's pretty much all they've been really saying about his condition. The officers who did shoot him, their identity has just been released on social media and the news, and they've been placed on administrative leave.
No, like I was saying, I'm not for defunding the police, because we need police. Let's keep it honest. But this is the same crap that
it keeps playing. It's like a loop. It's like a loop.
Listen, are you that intimidated by just a black man that the video just shooting?
Yeah, it's very disturbing. If you haven't seen it, I know some websites have taken it down because it's very graphic, because you actually see and hear the man getting shot. But if you haven't seen it and you go watch it, just viewer discretion, because it is gruesome.
These are the stupidity. This is the stupidity in the police force that needs to be called out.
Mm-hmm.
These are two idiots. Like, two of y'all both shooting this man. Like,
so Wisconsin, I want to just and I'm going to point out why I am making letting you know what party these governors and representatives are for, because it plays a big role in all this. Does Black lives really matter? So the Wisconsin governor, Tony Evers, who's a Democrat, he called for greater police accountability, which is true. Police need to be held more accountable for their actions. Former Vice President Joe Biden has now jumped on the train. Well, he jumped on the train immediately. He has said in a statement that the country wakes up yet again with grief and outrage that yet another Black American is a victim of excessive force. This calls for an immediate, full, and transparent investigation, and the officers must be held accountable.
Here comes the gas being poured on the fire.
Yeah, these shots pierced the soul of our nation. So then the state representative Jim Steineke, he's a Republican. He said that the elected officials, he urged elected officials to resist the temptation to rush to judgment after the shooting, saying that politicians' statements or actions can stoke flames of violence. So I brought out Democratic and Republican for a reason. I think it's a pattern going on here. I think it's a pattern, and this is what I've been looking at each case, that has been in the news. These high profile cases about Black men and Black women being killed, and this is the pattern. One, the police, they of course get caught on camera. Somebody somewhere is filming this horrific act, plain as day. It should be an open and close. It should be an open and close case, because somebody is somewhere taping the whole incident. So that's the first thing. Then second, the Democrats speak out. Oh, it's a travesty. It's horrible. It's horrible. Then they want to use it for their
stoking a fire.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. You see how fast Joe Biden jumped on it. He jumped on it quick, like right on right.
He's gonna use this for
which is funny, coming from a man who said putting Black kids in schools with white kids will make it a jungle. This is funny coming from the man who is friends with known KKK members. But now all of a sudden you care about Black people? Now, this is the same man who signed a bill, who got a bill put in place to lock up more Black men than any presidency, any administration. This is a man who has done all these things, but now all of a sudden, oh, you care so much about Black lives. Okay.
Newsflash, they're liars.
Mm-hmm.
How it assaults your intelligence to have to even say this, but how could they opinions on things change so drastically?
Right. That's why I always say, yes, people can change, but people who got so much hate that was so deeply rooted into their heart, what made you change? I want to know. I want to ask them a question. Has anybody asked that question?
I don't care. No one who had those ideas in their head should be running anything over the people that no.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. I feel the same way.
If you're a racist person, Yeah, you can see you can say you changed, but okay, don't put them over other black people. If you hate black people, then you say you changed. Okay, good, it's fine, but don't put them.
You can't.
In charge of black people.
Because how can you really know if that's really truly out of their heart? How can you
You're
know?
always going to have.
You're
always going to have some kind of a racist view on them.
But can you see the pattern?
Or prejudiced views.
Can you see the
pattern? You're never
going
to judge what.
Can you see the pattern of what they're doing? Like I said, it starts out with some crazy police officers doing something, killing, beating up, whatever, to a black person, caught on camera, clear as day. Then the Democrats jump on the train and say how horrible it is, and then you got the police force. They stay quiet. They don't say nothing at first. They don't say nothing. It's like I said. It's a loop.
Listen. How many times have we seen the same movie?
That's what I'm saying. It's the same movie. Then they're put on administrative leave.
Aren't not just black people? Aren't everybody tired of the same story? Don't you get tired of living? This is the same thing. It happens all the time. Black men get shot.
Caught on camera.
Black men get choked.
Yep.
To death.
Caught on camera. All of it's caught on camera because you got to see it. You got to see it.
They come out. The cops never get indicted.
No, they get put on administrative leave at first.
The families get some money.
Oh, and did you hear that the family is already saying that they forgive the police officers? His family has publicly come out and say they have already forgiven the officers. How do you even forgive the officers when they never even admitted guilt? How do you forgive somebody who doesn't even think they're guilty?
They seen it. The family was out there.
Yeah, but how do you forgive somebody in the matter of a couple of days who almost took your family member's life, who has drastically changed this man? Like forgiveness is, I'm all for it. You know, it is a lot of benefits to forgiveness. But what I'm saying is, how do you forgive somebody so quickly? So quickly, only a couple days. I understand, you know, people, especially if you are a religious person and you believe in forgiveness, but you know, it's gonna take me a little minute. And I don't think God is in heaven saying, you know, you gotta forgive that person right now, right at this very moment. I don't think that's how it works. But
the thing is, we are on a hamster wheel, going round and round and round and round, and we the same. Like that. What's that movie called?
Truman Show?
No.
Or the Groundhog Day? It could be
Truman Show and the Groundhog Day. Yeah. Take those two movies.
Of course.
Take those two movies and put them together. That's exactly what humans are living.
Yep.
The Truman Show and Groundhog's Day.
Yep.
Because
especially
the powers that be have you playing the same. They're playing the same game with you.
But see what they do, and like I said, a part of that.
And the game is for them. It's chess, right? The game is world domination. Who is going to be the new world power? Who's going to dominate the world? That's the game. But everybody else is just pawns. In their game.
Yep.
Right.
And they incite all this stuff. They plaster it. They keep playing it all over social media. They keep playing it on the news. They want this image to be burned. They want these images to be burned. And this, mind you, this is just a couple of months on the heels of the whole George Floyd thing. Like I said, the videos are getting more, and that's even more weirder to me, is that the videos are getting more and more like good. Like the videos are getting really good. They're capturing the most horrific part of what happened. It never shows, and that's odd.
I wouldn't call them good.
No, I'm saying it's like more clear, more more details into it and everything.
They're getting more bold because everybody has a cell phone. You can't hide anymore.
Right, but the funny thing is they never show what happens before, even though it's never justified what they do. But they never.
There's footage. But
the footage that gets released.
The footage that gets released on the news because they're trying to paint a picture.
Yep.
They're trying to push a narrative.
Mm-hmm. And that incites the violence. Now Wisconsin is in mayhem over there. You got the white people. A 17-year-old boy was just arrested for shooting and killing two people, I think it was two people. You got the black people going in protesting, and whether it's peaceful or it's the looters, you got all this mayhem. Once again, the same thing that happened over with George Floyd, the same thing is happening right now. And that's why I say it's a loop. It's a loop that they're playing. And it's a pattern. It has to go in that same exact pattern. The police then are put on administrative leave. They're not immediately brought on charges. That they know. And you would think these city officials, these DA offices, you would think they would say, let's immediately make an arrest like we do with everybody else, like we do with other people when we don't even have a little bit of evidence. But hell, we have a whole video. We have a whole video of the incident, but we're not going to make an arrest. We're just going to put them on a administrative leave, which means paid vacation. Let's just all keep it real. They're on paid vacation right now. And they know that type of outcome, they know it's going to spark violence. They know it's going to spark unrest, and that's exactly what they want. And that's why I urge black people, why do you feed into that? I know we are all tired of seeing black people being treated the way they are being treated, and it's a real issue, the way they are being treated by the police. Even in our own family, we've heard stories of how police have profiled and, given unfair treatment. So that's a real thing. We're not saying that, police brutality against black people isn't real. It's very much so real. But what I'm saying is, why do you feed into the narrative that they want you to feed into?
Listen, these people are a bunch of scientists, right? If they can get the reaction that they want out of you, the first test was Rodney King.
Yep, I believe that. Yep.
They went, okay, you used the cops. They were caught on camera blatantly.
I think that probably
It's
was
a lot
like
of
the
fishy.
first.
It was a lot of fishy stuff. It's a lot of fishy stuff with that too.
Yeah.
That's questionable too. The whole Rodney King thing. But that basically was just it was just testing some things out to see if they can get the reaction out of people. And if they got the reaction that they wanted out of it, fast forward the 2010s when you have all these black men being murdered on tape.
Oh, that wasn't good enough.
Brutally being murdered.
That wasn't good enough. They say they want to say, oh, these were thugs, these were criminals, these were known criminals, so they deserve to die. Okay, that's not good enough for y'all. That's not gonna pull at y'all heartstrings enough for y'all to do what we want y'all to do. Okay, we gonna go one step further. The whole Trayvon Martin. Here it is. Somebody who wasn't a thug. He wasn't no career criminal, just a normal kid. And that's what sparked the whole Black Lives Matter movement. And I'm gonna ruffle a few feathers with this one, but like Feezy said, this is the God Honest Truth podcast, and I have to be true to my thoughts and my opinions on things. But I honestly think, and let me just say this, Black lives do matter. They always matter. I love my people to the death of me, and that's why we're doing this, because we want y'all to know the truth. But Black Lives Matter is a load of crap. The movement, not Black Lives really mattering. The movement is a load of crap.
All lives matter, though.
Yeah, but on the grand scheme of things, like I said, really to them, to the powers that be, nobody life really matters. Nope. They don't care about nobody. It's a class. You even said that. You even talked about that before in our conversations. You said it's a class thing. It's not a race thing. It's a class thing. If you're not a part of that bloodline, if you're not sitting at their table, if you don't have a seat at their table, they don't care one bit about you. And I don't care what color skin you have. They don't care.
They look at us as useless eaters. Sheeple, cattle. We're useless to them. We're pawns to them. You know?
And my issue with the Black Lives Matter, and this is why I say Black Lives Matter is...
And not just black people, white people, Chinese people. If you're not in that ruling class, then you don't matter.
You don't matter at all.
The game is what? World domination.
They want you to think it's a black versus white thing. That's what they want you to think.
Because you're over here worried about not liking a black person, or you over here not liking a white person. So while they have you two over here fighting, they over here doing some diabolical stuff.
Yep, and that's the whole plan. That's the diabolical plan right there, like Pinky in the Brain. What he used to say? What can we do to take over the world today? That's exactly what they're doing behind the scene, while everybody else is being distracted by this.
The trick is right. And this is really gonna be the downfall of most people. They don't know how evil is. They don't understand the depths of.
Not even a little bit.
They think everything is lollipops and butterflies and.
I've had downright debates with people and told them this. You think you live in a world with rose-colored glasses on.
And when you think like that, they won.
Yep.
It's the carrot. They dangling in the carrot in front of your face. You over here chasing a carrot, but it's some real.
You don't even
being
know.
led to the slaughter.
You don't even know, and they don't want to know. They don't want to know. I've said this over and over. They don't want to know, because knowing is way worse.
You can't even understand.
Ignorance is bliss.
You have to. You can't. You wouldn't even be able to understand. You know, because it's not the agenda, right? It's not a human agenda. It's not a human friendly agenda at all.
Yeah.
If you talk about population control, right? When they want to control the population.
Look who they started with, though.
Humans, right? Humans are made to prosper. You're made to have children. You get together, you have children. You prosper in life. Now, everything that they're teaching you is the opposite. It's the total, complete opposite.
Yep.
It's for the demise of you. And at the end of the day, you fall into it. Law, universal law says you did it to yourself, really.
Yep.
Because you did not take the time to open your mind and do some research on what's really going on.
Who you're supporting, what organizations you're supporting.
You just concerned on what is your favorite rapper doing? Eating McDonald's, going to the club, getting an outfit, working.
And they know exactly how to get these people on train. Like I said, they use the celebrities, they use these actors and actresses and rappers and singers. They use them to push those agendas, and that's why I said they don't care about you. Don't think for 1 second they care about the cause. They don't care about the people. They care about their bag. That's what they care about. So don't trust them. And those are the ones who keep. And what's funny to me, you know what's so odd? Now the NBA, they had their sitting out the games, all the games, the players, they're not playing, and they're standing in solidarity to what happened over there in Wisconsin. The MLB, a majority white sport, they even canceled some games. Where was all this support? Why all of a sudden? They just crucified
Because listen,
Kaepernick. They just crucified him.
And Kaepernick is another story.
Yeah, he's another story. But what I'm saying is, just a year ago, nobody was on the board with the whole Black Lives Matter. You had all these people being silent.
This is this has been set up since then.
Truly.
They've been planning this. Listen, they won't come at you full force. If they do that, your antennas will go up.
But they doing it now.
This is planned.
I just want to know, where was all this support from all these white
that was the first
counterparts?
Where was the
support just a year ago? So you're trying to tell me now, since
the sway, the emotions,
black people have been being killed for centuries. Yeah. Black people have been killed for centuries. But you want to tell me now? Now it matters.
It only matters now because it's an agenda that they're trying to push.
Like I said, black anger is profitable. Period. If they can make a profit off you, that's why I say stop buying into their agenda. They are making a profit off of your anger. They're making a profit off of our issues, our emotions. Don't let your emotions get a hold of you. You have to be alive. The only way you can win a war, you can never win a war being emotional. You have to win a war being logical. That's the only way. You can never win a war being emotional. And people letting their emotions run ahead of them.
Black people, you gotta understand. You create nations. You're the original. Nothing can be created without you. If I said that right.
Yeah, basically.
You always need the original to start anything.
Yep. You can never make a duplicate without the original.
No.
I mean, you can make copies.
No. That's not what I'm saying. Anything in this world has to be started off your back.
Mm-hmm.
Because you are the original. Now, how do they start television networks? When a television network start, the programming is all black. Let's go to, remember UPN? Mm-hmm. They have Moesha, the Parkers. Now look at it now. It's all white programming.
No, I don't think there's any black shows on there now.
Because it's another network. It's what is it now? It's something else. Remember the WB? They had the Wayne brothers. They had Homeboys in Outer Space.
Mm-hmm.
They all start with black shows. Look at Fox, Martin, Living Single. When those networks are starting, look at NBC. What was it? The Cosby Show. What was it?
Living Single?
No, not Living Single. The College Show.
A Different World.
Different World.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was Fresh Prince.
Mm-hmm.
All these networks have to start with the work. The work from you.
What was Family Matters?
Huh?
What was Family
That
Matters?
was ABC. ABC. All these networks. Anything that started has to start off the work from your back.
Why you think black culture influences so much?
The economy. Just look at the music business. They didn't create any type of music. It was all rock and roll.
Black man.
The blues.
Country music. Black man.
The whole music business started off black. The economy. The economy cannot thrive without your.
They even said what? Who's supposed to be black? Beethoven. Or Beethoven. So even classical music.
Listen, sports. Open your eyes.
Let me tell you, black culture is profitable, and they know it.
It's not black culture. It's not even about it being profitable. You're missing the point. It's profitable, but you're missing a point. the originals, the original people have to start everything.
No, I see your point, but I'm saying right now,
it's universal law.
Of course.
Nothing can start without us.
That's a fact. That's why I said
anything
for
that's
the longest
created,
time, black people have been profitable. Not just now.
Listen, anything that's been created. That's why you have all these stories, right? You have inventions. They stole it from slaves. They've been stealing it
from profitable.
It's not the profit.
It is.
Yes, it's profit because they turn it into money.
Right.
I am talking about.
And that's what basically rules. Money is power. Money equals power.
Money equals power.
Yeah. The more money you have, the more power.
The money only has the power because everybody agrees upon the money
energy.
has power.
It's the energy that's tied to the money. Yes.
But the piece of paper or the money doesn't mean nothing.
Of course. Of course it doesn't. But what I'm saying is the more you have of it, because people make it such a big deal, because people give money its value, is why it's valuable.
Listen, that's beyond. Wake up and understand the true power that you have. You hold the power. You hold the power of everything. But you just is lying dormant because you don't know that you have it. You don't know that you have it.
It's a lot of people that's waking up, but some that still don't know. Don't care to know.
You have the power to create whatever.
So what do you think about...
It has to be created on your back.
Right, we get that. So what do you think about the Black Lives Matter organization, since that's our topic?
I don't care about Black Lives Matter.
No, I'm talking about the organization.
I don't care about them. They are...
I find it mighty funny that they were supposed to be started because of the whole Trayvon Martin and Zimmerman, how he got acquitted for Trayvon Martin. But now they've turned into this platform for the LGBTQ
Listen.
plus community.
Like I said, okay, just look at that.
How do you wait, let me just say this. How does being black, how is that on the same level as being gay? And it's nothing against gay people. Live your life the way you want to live your life. But how is that even?
That's just what I was
comparable?
They use the sweat off your back to create their movement.
That's where I stopped supporting the Black Lives Matter movement.
They use the sweat off your back to create.
They even have
movement.
it in their statement. They even have it in their statement on their website. They said they're for they're a Black liberation movement, and they said they had all these organizations for Black liberations, but they hadn't had any organization. There was no room nor space and leadership for heterosexual. They basically saying it was leadership for heterosexual and cisgender men, but it was leaving a gap for women, queer, and transgender people. Now, how did that get into the equation of Black Lives Matter? I mean,
do I have to say it again?
If you're gay, yes, your life matters. That's just automatic. We know it. But how? Why is it all? I know what you're saying, but that's what I'm saying. I stopped supporting not because they support gay people. It's because how in the world can you compare being black to being gay? And I know many people probably say, well, they get discriminated against, they get hated on. But guess what? In all reality, let's be perfectly honest and let's be crystal clear here. I walk out the door every day. I'm a black woman. You walk out the door every day. You're a black man. We can't turn that off. You can't turn it off. You don't have to tell your neighbor, I'm a black man. They look at you, they see you're a black man. You don't have to tell the police officer, I'm a black man. They look at you, they know you're a black man. They know I'm a black woman. I would have to ask you if you're homosexual, transgender. Because right now you really can't tell. You really can't nowadays. You got women who look straight like men, and you got men who look straight like women, so you really can't tell. Those are things you can turn off and on. You don't have to share that information with anybody. It's nobody's business. So if a gay man walks out his house, a gay white man, let's just say a gay white man walks out his house every day. His neighbors don't know anything about his personal life. They will never judge that man on being gay because they don't know he's gay. But if he walked out of the house as a black man, oh, if they're gonna judge something, they're gonna judge him because he's a black man. That's where I'm saying that's what I can't get on board with, is you can't compare Black Lives, and that makes me think that whole organization is a scam. Pretty much. I mean, you have rappers like Styles P, who came out. He questioned the Black Lives Matter. He said, he was questioning who's receiving the donations from Black Lives. Now let's not be fools here. That's a multi-million-dollar corporation now. They're a corporation. They have merch. They get millions on top of millions in donations. But on their website, they never say who's the treasurer, who's where these donations. You cannot find that nowhere on their website. You can't find not one thing that says where these donations are going to, which families is help. They only say, oh, the donations are going to better the black community. Where's the receipts? Where's the receipts? Styles P, he wants to know. I want to know. I mean, I haven't personally donated, so it's no sweat off my back because I've never donated to them. But it is people who donate, and it is people who get out there and march, thinking that they're marching for something that's good. And like I told someone this, you may have all good intentions when you go out there and you protest on behalf of Black Lives Matter. You as a person, you as an individual may have all good intentions, but does the organization have good intentions?
What have ever marching done? They've been marching
Nothing.
since the 60s.
Nothing.
And nothing has changed.
Nothing.
We're still in the same boat, begging for a seat at their table.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
So when are we going, like you said, when are we going to take our power? When are we going to create our own? We know what the problem is. You said it. We know what the problem is. Now let's stop marching, because marching is not doing nothing. So what? They don't care. They don't care that you march. They don't even care that you burn the buildings down. If you think that's changing something, it's not.
If you really want change, this is how you get change. Make your own. Okay? That's what the founders of America did. They were tired of living under slavery. So what they do? They left England and they came to America. They made their own. Okay? So what black people have to do, make your own. But I don't think they're ready for that. Because they too
and stop
busy
following the Black Lives Matter movement. It's been infiltrated.
Begging for a seat at their table.
It's been infiltrated.
That's like okay. I build a house, right? And I rent out rooms, and I say these are the rules of the house. And some people come in and like, we don't wanna follow these rules. We think this should be doing. They don't have the right to do that because it's my house. I ain't changing the rules. It's my house. I built the house. I made the rules to benefit me. It ain't changing. Now, if I really want to be slick, I can make them believe that I'm listening to their problems and I'm sensitive to their problems. But the whole time in my head, I ain't changing nothing because it's working fine for me. It's working great for me. That's exactly what's going on, right? That's exactly what goes on in the world.
Yep. Well, see, I'm big on exposing this organization because you going into it, you giving a deeper side of it, but I'm talking about right now because everybody is following the lead of this organization, and like I said, it's been infiltrated. They may have started. They may have. I give them the benefit of the doubt. It may have been started because they wanted equality for black people. But let me just tell you where it's at now. It's infiltrated, and it's infiltrated by, I'll let you be the judge of who infiltrated them. But I do want to just let you know this tidbit of interesting information about the Black Lives Matter movement. On their website, it said that donations are said to fund the ongoing fight to end state sanctioned violence, liberate black people, and end white supremacy forever. The donate pages uses, get this, they use this site called Act Blue Charities, a nonprofit online fundraising platform. But guess who else used that same platform? The Democrats. They use that same platform for donations. So, like I said, you be the judge of who infiltrated them. And for the right amount of money, people will do anything.
Who just said it was infiltrated?
Oh, they most definitely are. Even
they could have been that way since.
Well, I gave them the benefit of the doubt. I'm one for giving people the benefit of the doubt. Like I said, they may have from the very beginning, because you know what else is I just seen a special on TV about how these it's some Russian people, they have these they make up these fake Instagram and Facebook accounts to incite black anger. Like the account looks like it's a black person, and they'll have that. You probably see them on the Shade Room, and you probably see them on different celebrity blogs and all that stuff. You probably see those, and they call them troll pages. Well, all those was linked to some Russians, and they went over to Africa, and they was paying these black people to get in there all day and just leave all types of stuff to incite anger and violence and stuff like that. So, they could have been from the beginning started like that, but like I said, I give them the benefit of doubt and say they really started for something good. But right now, do your research. And some people even said that Soros, they even said he's funding it. Well, his foundation gave $220 million in grants for racial justice to racial justice groups. They didn't give a name.
Where did that go?
They don't say no names, but it say racial justice groups. Who's the biggest racial justice group right now that you can think of? It doesn't take a rocket science to figure that out.
Hey, there's smoke, there's fire.
Mm-hmm. And the last thing I have to say about this whole Black Lives Matter thing is, like I said, Black Matters lives, they matter. Black lives matter all the time. So what about the black lives that are not taken by police? What about the black lives that are taken due to violence? Just look up on the internet of how many children were killed in a month time span right in Chicago, in one area. Chicago. Look how many innocent babies' lives were taken by stray bullets. I seen no marches for them. I seen nothing on the Black Lives Matter website for them. What about their lives don't matter? Or does it only matter if their life was taken by police? Then it would be national outrage.
How about the
police made them shots?
Does the black babies lives matter that they abort? How about their lives?
That's what I said. When it's all, if you want to say all Black Lives Matter, if the Black Lives Matter,
their lives don't matter, because they abort way more black babies.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Then.
But like I said,
the cops are killing.
Like I said, if all Black Lives Matter, you put transgender, you put homosexuals on there, but you didn't put nothing about the innocent children that's being gunned down in the street. If transgender lives matter, if homosexual lives matter, why is there nothing on the website about the innocent babies that are being gunned down in the street? Just go on the internet. Go on the internet. Go to Google and search how many I was astounded. I did not even know myself. I was astounded, like within a month, how many children were killed by straight bullets in Chicago. No riots, no protests, no national coverage, nothing. And that's just in one area. Think about other areas. You don't hear nothing. Does black that's where our topic comes. Does black lives really matter? Does it really matter to us? Let's stop looking for does our life matter to them? We already know it doesn't.
It doesn't matter to us neither. Apparently. Where
it gotta matter is it has to matter to us. And from what I'm seeing, it don't even matter to us. It only matters to us if a police officer did it. That's the only time your life matters. And only it matters if it made national headlines. That's the only time, because we got black people who was killed by the police right here in our own communities.
It only matters if they can use it.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying.
If they can use it.
What about the black? What about
politically?
The black boys that was killed in Sarasota. What about them? What was? I know their family did some small marches, but it never made nothing big. Why? Because we didn't come together.
Sarasota what?
You know the black boy who was killed in Sarasota by the police.
Sarasota what? Sarasota, Florida?
Sarasota, Florida, yes.
Well, say that then.
Is it another Sarasota?
We got listeners from all over the world.
Oh, well, my bad. Sarasota, Florida. There was a black man killed. He goes by, his name was Rodney. He was killed by the Sarasota Police Department. And, I know his family had some peaceful protests going on, but it never made national coverage. Why? Did his life not matter? That's what I'm saying. We have to matter to us before we can ask anybody to care about us. Stop caring if they care. We know they don't. How many times do they have to say it? How many times do they have to prove it? They've been proving it. They've been saying it all along. How much more do we need? How much more evidence do we need to know they don't care? They're never going to care. No matter how much marching, no matter how many buildings you burn down, no matter how much protesting you do, whether the protests are peaceful or whether the protests are violent, it's not going to make them care. It's not going to change anything. It's only going to change once we start caring about each other. It's only going to change when another black man could look at another black man and say, you know what, I'm not going to pull that trigger because that's my brother.
That's not going to change it.
I'm saying, but it's a step towards change.
That's not going to change it.
Not change it to the fact where white people are going to care. Listen, but it's certainly going to stop their agenda.
You have a brother. You love your brother. You love your sister. You think they care if you love your sister or brother?
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is
the name of the game is domination.
Right. But can they dominate a group of people that is actually united? Who puts on a united front? Really?
Yes.
You think so? How can you you just
do the Chinese kill each other on maybe they do, but would you say the Chinese are united? Would you say the Mexicans are united?
Yes. More than black people.
Okay,
definitely.
So why are they dominating them here?
In America or in their country?
Here.
Well, this is America.
Listen, they don't give two squats.
That may be true. They don't.
They want to dominate you.
But still, we still need to care about each other.
That's just a spoke on the wheel that they use.
Still, we need
separation. That's only one of the. That's only one of the things that they use.
You ever heard of the term divide and conquer? You only can conquer. You can only conquer conquer something if you divide the people.
If you don't have a kingdom to
one
divide,
of their biggest tactics.
What is the kingdom they're gonna?
That's why I said we need to get our own.
They been did that. They been conquered the kingdom. So what the game that they're playing here in America is they just keep dividing. But they've been
but why do
conquered.
we have to continue to let them divide?
Listen,
is what I'm saying. Why do we have to keep playing their game?
We're past that.
So you're saying we have to come together. Comeback?
Yes, we have to come together.
That's what I'm saying.
Too.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
We have to get our own.
Stop looking for. Basically, all I'm saying is stop looking for them to care, because they're not. Bottom line, they're not. They don't care about you. They don't care if you burn the buildings in your own communities. They don't even care if you burn the buildings in their communities. Because guess what? They got good insurance. They're going to rebuild.
More of them businesses flourished because they burnt them down. Don't you think that was a ploy of theirs?
Yep.
Okay, you burned down Target, right? Target, the whole
yep.
Target wasn't getting any really business, or a lot of those businesses wasn't getting making any money toward the whole COVID, the whole crisis.
Yep.
But
that's why
so now that they burnt down the buildings, the insurance, you can collect all that merchandise.
That's why I said they don't care.
So any merchandise that they didn't move, so now they got money for it. They just moved it.
Yep.
They sold the whole store because they got insurance.
On everything that was in there, everything that was destroyed, everything that was taken, they trust and believe they got money for it.
If you didn't burn down those buildings, and that stuff would have just been sitting there,
no money to be made off that.
You just help those people profit.
Yep.
So what did you really do?
Yep.
Okay. A lot of these people, friends,
I bet you everybody who got stock in Target.
A lot of those people, friends, owned those businesses.
Probably should have brought some stock in Target when that happened.
And who's to say they ain't say, hey, move your people down this area. We have a lot of friends that has businesses that can collect this insurance.
That's what I said. That's why they don't care. You could burn down every building. You think them white people ain't got no insurance? Come on.
Two, they got all the money they can ever want.
They not stupid.
It's
they got insurance. They got good insurance too. They don't care. So all that violence and all that stuff, what is it really doing? It's not making no bit of a difference. It didn't make no difference in with Martin Luther King and they marched peacefully. Did it make a difference? No. We're still being killed. We're still being targeted. It's even worse. It's worse now. It's worse now because back then they showed themselves.
So what?
You knew you knew they were out with it. They were bold with it back then.
Now what? We're gonna have a part 2 to this. We're going to talk about a solution. We never want to give you the problem. See, this is not that type of podcast. We never want to give you keep pushing a problem into you. I believe at this point in time, we all know the problem. We all know the problems, but there's not many people pushing solution. We want to give the solution. So in the future, there'll be a part 2 of this. What is the solution? What do we think the solution? And in the future, we want to have callers. We want to take callers, and get your feedback, give your opinion on certain things. What do you think?
But until we get that in place, as you all know, still leave your opinions and comments down below, because we do, we still want to hear what everybody feels about that, because like I said, this may ruffle a few people's feathers when it comes to the whole Black Lives Matter movement in itself. It's gonna ruffle some people's feathers, but hey, that's what you gotta do. If you gotta not like me then so be it. I've been called every name under the sun for my views.
Listen,
but somebody gotta say it.
Everybody likes sugar, right?
What is it?
Everybody
It's
likes
ish on a
sugar.
spoon.
Everybody
Sprinkle
likes
with
sugar, but do you know sugar is the worst thing for you to eat? Now, the bitter things in life is always the most healing. It's the better things for you. It's the alkaline things for you. The bitter foods in life. Well, the bitter foods alkalines the body.
Stuff.
This is the most healthiest. Cleans the body out. Those are the most good for you. In this world, people just want to be. They want to be. They want everything sugar coated. They give you what you want to hear instead of what you need to hear.
Yep, and that's what
That's
we
not
do.
what we do
give
here.
What you need to hear, because you get that enough. You get all the stuff you don't need to hear. You get all that. You get enough of that. You don't get the truth enough. You don't get that, and it's just time for it to be told.
This is about educating people. Not just black people, white people, Chinese, Mexican, Puerto Rican, all people. Educating. But you have to know where the fight lies.
Yep.
The fight lies that with the fight that's been fought since the beginning. But we're gonna wrap this show up.
Oh, before we wrap it up, I do want to give everybody a health tip. I think that's important too. And I recently just got on the wave of putting your water in the sun. If you don't know the therapy or the benefits of sun water, then you should look into it. Take a glass.
Basically, it energizes the water.
Yeah, sun energized water.
What does sun do? What does the sun do?
The sun is
what
very
is
healing.
You gotta understand what the sun is meant for. What does anything that has carbon? What?
What do you mean?
Anything that has carbon.
It's a healing. The sun is healing. It has healing. Even though we've been told lies after lies about the sun and all the damage and the dangers of the sun, none of it's true. None of it's true. But anyways, put your water in a glass jar, and if you can get fresh crystal water, like if you can get water from a spring, a natural spring, then do it. I don't know any natural springs near me, but if you have a natural spring where you're at, get some water from the natural spring and put it in a glass jar, put it in the sun, let it sit in the sun, and then drink the water. The benefits are amazing. If you don't know about it, look it up. A lot, even our bodies being in the sun is beneficial. So that's just a little,
And another thing, take your vitamins.
Yeah.
You don't want to be out here with a vitamin
whether you believe
deficiency.
whether you believe what's going on now is true or not.
You can't say that word.
I said whether you want to believe what's going on is true or not, still you want to be healthy. As healthy as you can be at all times.
Take your vitamins, drink plenty of water.
Do what you got to do to stay healthy, basically. So.
Alright, we're going to end this show on that note. And we'll see you Tuesday
for episode 3.
So stay tuned, people. Like and subscribe, please, and comment.
And we're growing. And thank you. And real quick, thank you to everybody who went to our first video, who supported that video by watching. We really appreciate y'all. It means a lot to both me and Feezy. We are new here on YouTube, and we eventually we're going to move to different platforms. other than YouTube. So soon you'll be able to listen to us on Apple and iTunes and Spotify and all those other places where you can listen to podcasts. So all that's coming in the future. Just bear with us. Stick with us. Like I said, you know, you may not like and agree with everything we say, but you're definitely going to learn something. And, you know, just stick with us. Anything you got to add for the ending?
With that being said, we're out of here.
Peace.
You're now listening to the God's Honest Truth podcast with your host, T. Feezy and Bonita T, broadcasting around the world. Giving you the unfiltered truth and nothing but the truth. So help us God. Every Tuesday and Friday.